Thank you for the invitation, first of all. And I have learned one thing today, and is that we have some timing concerns. So connecting to the message of Patricia at the beginning, I brought my smartphone with me so that I can control the timing. It's 1 o'clock, so I will try to be on time. So thank you for the opportunity, and it's good to, I have seen that a lot of messages that I wanted to show today have already come up, but I will try to wrap up on that and also to show that from the a smartphone manufacturer perspective. I would like to go through the mobile panorama. So what is the latest changes in this industry that moves so quickly that even for us sometimes it's really stressful. I also would like to show you the latest changes that we have seen within our consumers. Then, of course, we will go through the mobile phone new behaviors and usages that we observed. So we have already talked about the smartphone revolution that we have experienced in I would say, the last 2 years, and what does represent in our environment, and of course, what can we offer to the consumer as a smartphone manufacturer, and what is next. Patricia at the beginning was sending the question of what is next, what will be beyond the fourth screen. So we will try to share with you some trends on what is coming next and how do we see that the way we see that from Sony. And of course, at the end, I would like to share with you a couple of things that we have already implemented as mobile marketing, and 2 very different ones. And thanks, Sergio, because he mentioned that we have 2 ways now to implement mobile marketing. One is more traditional, so following the traditional marketing and communication setup, and I will show one case there, and another one that is more talking to the consumer in first person. So we would like to show you these 2 different approaches when we talk about the marketing plan. So this is clear. So the mobile panorama has totally changed. The media consumption is changing because our consumer is always connected. It's always connected because we always have the mobile phone with us. Many of us have already mentioned that we are kind of stressed when we don't have or we forget our mobile at home. So we need to be, this necessity is already there, and we are always connected. It's the perfect tool to be always on, no? And as Patricia also mentioned at the beginning, talking about mobile marketing, the big change that we have noticed thanks to the revolution of the smartphone is that we have a tool that is always with the consumer, and this allows us to engage with them in a very interactive day, in a very relevant manner, using any kind of mobile device or network. And so mobile marketing would be one of the key revolutions associated to the smartphone, the smartphone evolution. The other one, of course, is the social media, because also linked to the smartphone revolution, social media is playing a very important role on how the consumers search, discover, share information, and know more about brands and products. Some figures here to highlight that is we have 60% of the consumers are already researching products through multiple of online sources. and they learn more about brands and about what they are looking for through social networking sites. People that are really active on social media are more likely to read product reviews online, and 3 out of 5 of those people create their own reviews of product services online. Women's are more, we have seen a very kind of old image of women in the previous presentation. Women are more likely than men to tell the others about products that they have access to online. So 81% of females versus 72% of males. And as an overall, for the consumer so the reviews about products that are generated directly by the consumer and the product ratings that are coming from the consumer are the preferred sources when we are searching for something online. So we have already talked about a smartphone revolution and about mobile marketing and social media, how is this evolving, but it has just started. So predictions about the 2013 say that the smartphone will be at that time the first screen for web access. So this is something that with the figures that we already have this year will happen very soon. So again, some figures linked to that is, and now I'm bringing the experience of Spain. Already in Spain, 91% of the population has an account in a social network. Linked to this smartphone revolution, 6 out of 10 people use internet in their smartphone. And 55% use social networks through the smartphone as well. Mobile users in Twitter have increased more than 300%. Facebook has more than 200 million users via mobile. In YouTube, there are more than 100 videos that are watched every day via smartphone. And talking about mobile marketing, 8% of people use mobile to find products or promotions. Sorry, it's 80% of people. And 73% of businesses already have implemented or are investing in mobile marketing last year. So only 22% of businesses is not in the mobile industry, but probably during this year or next year, they will be there. How many mobile users do we have? To have an idea of the numbers around this industry. I'm going to talk here again about the Spanish market, but I have to highlight that the size of the Italian market is quite similar to the Spanish one. And also in terms of the percentage of smartphone users compared to the total mobile universe. So more than 70 million users have access to internet through their mobile phone. This is already happening in Spain. So we have seen a spectacular evolution in the 2011s. And even considering the difficult economic situation that we have in Spain, this year, at this stage, already 2 more million people, 2 more million customers are using the smartphone to access to internet. Knowing about the mobile users profile also is a very interesting information when we want to talk about mobile marketing, because 76% of those are between 18 and 54 years old. So a really interesting audience for every business. what is the penetration that we have in Spain? So already, even if we are a population around 24 million in Spain, we have 35 million mobiles. Of those, 22 million are already smartphones. And as I mentioned before, more than 17 million use already internet in their mobile. So again, smartphone penetration in the last year has been incredible, and more if we consider the economic situation that we have had. And
sorry, but we are at 10 minutes.
Okay.
So 50% of the time.
So what do the users use their mobile for? So 42% access to social network, 34% to news sites. Of course, maps and geo tools are very important for them, and also bank accounts is an important point for them. And they, another important thing that I would like to mention is that it's not only the smartphone. We also observe that there is a combined use of screens, already mentioned as well. They are using smartphone and television, smartphone, laptop and PC, laptop, PC and television. So there is a combined usage of different screens during the different moments of the day. What do we have with mobile marketing special that we don't have with some other marketing approaches to the consumer? We can target very deeply our audience. No, we can choose the age of the consumers that we want to approach. We can choose also the location. We can choose. So the interesting thing of these different screens is that we can go with our consumer in different moments of the day, depending on the screen that they are using at that moment. And I think that now we are moving to the interesting part as a smartphone manufacturer, is that is how is our consumer sharing, communicating, having access to entertainment, and what are we bringing them to enhance the experience that they can have, no? Let's know a little bit more about the our consumer and how have they changed lately. So we have chosen some activities to highlight that, and for example, music is part of their lives. They like to entertain through music. Sony was pioneer when we launched the first Walkman a long time ago, and just to bring that entertainment to the consumers. In the 2005, we launched the first phone with a Walkman included, but the panorama has totally changed. Again, our consumer loves to capture the best moments of their lives and to share that with friends. We have also lived, thanks to Sony, the first compact cameras more than 10 years ago. But again, a strong evolution here. In 2003, we launched the first phone with an integrated camera. It was Sony Ericsson at that time. We have also Vittorio that loves to play wherever he is. And all our consumers like to share where they are. They like to share with their friends what are they doing. And of course, comment. All this is happening in real time, and share, and wherever they are, they like to continue share and express what are they doing. So the revolution through the smartphone comes because today you can have access to all those experiences that we had in different moments and sometimes using different devices. You have everything in a smartphone. So the evolution of this small device is so strong. You can have we are including in a very small device so many features, and with really high quality on all the experiences that we can offer. The camera is getting better and better. You can see your pictures in HD, and you have NFC that we have been talking about. NFC as a payment tool, but we have also ways to share information between smartphones thanks to one touch and your phone. You can have access to your music through your smartphone with really high quality. You can play games, PlayStation 35 on your smartphone. So this is becoming bigger and bigger. So as the experience that the consumer can have through the smartphone is getting better and better, that's why this screen is becoming more relevant, and we see this screen as the #1 for web access next year. And how do we call? We wanted to put name to that, no? This big change that has happened in the last years, and we see, and we have seen that in many pictures in the previous presentations, no? That all the time, wherever we are, we have the smartphone quite close to us, and we are doing transactions in these reduced capsule times that we have. And thank you to this device that you have with you and that allows you to be always connected. You can take the maximum advantage of your time. So now you are not, if you're waiting for the bus and you have 10 minutes that some time ago you were not able to use that time for anything, now you can organize a payment through your bank account on internet, or you can listen to the latest songs that your friends have recommended you. So we have identifying these new behaviors that we see in the consumers. We wanted to find a word that was really representative for that, and we have called that micro-entertainment. So every day we have moments in our lives where we are micro-entertaining ourselves through the smartphone. In these small moments that we have, thanks to that we are always connected. And this is just what we do as a company. So we try to put inside the smartphone the best Sony entertainment expertise to create those experiences in just one device. So the best of Sony is all together into your smartphone. And what is next? Again, has been mentioned before, 2013 4G will be probably the next revolution that we will live. Because 4G, what will allow us is to have a faster and better entertainment experience, because the network will allow us to, for example, download 200 photos in only 32 seconds instead of 5 minutes. That is the time that we need using the 3G network, or to download a movie in 2 minutes instead of 16 minutes. That is what the timing that, as an average, we need now to download. So the extension or the new approach of the networks, thanks to the operator, and we have today Vodafone and TIM here, that I'm sure that both will really emphasize that for next year. So we will have, thanks to our smartphone and to the 4G network, even faster and even better access through the mobile phone. And the second thing that I would like to highlight is that, again, we will continue working not only to have this. We already offer different screens to the consumer. No, you can go through internet and you can use your TV, you can use your tablet, you can use your smartphone. I think that the next step is that really you have a user experience, a unique user experience, wherever screen are you using? So this will be also one of the key topics for next year. And of course, we cannot forget the services. If we are talking about the network, and that the network will allow us to have more, faster, and better, of course, we will be able to integrate a lot of services that are already there, but that we can put everything together so that will be very easy and very for the consumer to have all that in one site. So we have Music Unlimited, we have Video Unlimited, movies and TV series, you have the PlayStation Store, you have the Reader Store, you have Play Memories as a cloud service computer, a cloud service. So a lot of applications that are already there will be all together. And in the interest of time, because I think I'm already,
20, just few minutes.
So now I would like to share with you the two cases that we have chosen. One will be is how have we already integrated in the smartphone the traditional campaigns that we have implemented in the market, but using the smartphone screen. So this is this path that Sergio was mentioning before, no? The traditional one, just to have your marketing campaign, adapt that to the mobile, to the mobile screen. And the good thing is that you can do it through multiple devices. So we do not only use our smartphone, but we can use also other brands' smartphone to implement that and to be more relevant in the market. And of course, again, you can also try to reach your consumer through multiple screen actions. So via web on your PC, but also the smartphone and the tablet. And the other one is a different way to approach the consumer, that is the new buyer, so that you can talk directly with your consumer using social media and trying to engage them, thanks to that, as the consumer is always connected, you can talk to them in first person and send the message directly. So what we did in this Tabladillo and Conchi activity is that we went to one small village in Spain called Tabladillo, and we decided to convert this village as the most connected village in the world. So we wanted to have there 100% smartphone penetration. It was also the first village where we had 100% market share. So because everybody in Tabladillo had a smartphone from Sony Ericsson at that time. It was 1 year ago. And it was the first place in Spain where all the inhabitants had an Android phone. So everybody there had an Android phone. So we chose this activity to launch one of our smartphones, that was the Xperia X8. At that time, was one of the first entry smartphones that we wanted to make a massive introduction in the Spanish market. And to generate some viral content and be able to talk directly to our consumers, we chose an emblematic woman that was really out of the normal target that we were using at that moment. And she told us, her name was Conchi, she told us in her particular way how was her using the social networks in the environment of Tabladillo. So these are some of the results that we had, and we can go for the video now.
Estoy enfadada, muy enfadada. La gente no respeta nada, ya no hay valores, ni moral, ni nada de nada. Me han robado el mayor del Catinga, ¡del Catinga! Si fuera al bar del PP, me da igual, ya ves tú. Si vamos para hacerle gasto, si al fin y al cabo familia. Si le hago check-in, es para mejorar su SEO, todo cuenta. pero del Catinga, que es nuestro bar, que vamos a echar nuestra partida y a tomarnos nuestro chocolate con churro. Si lo pone claramente en el hashtag del Twitter, Catinga Lady Bar. ¿La gente no sabe leer? ¿No sabe inglés? Cuando mi nieta me enseñó el Foursquare, supe que estaba hecho para mí. Fue escuchar que podía ser alcaldesa y el subidón que me dio. Con lo que me gusta a mí mandar. Total, que cada vez que entrábamos en el Catinga, chequi por aquí, chequi por allá. Y en cosa de 2 días ya era alcaldesa. Total, que me he convertido en una coleccionista de Vázquez. Todo tan bonito, tan colorido, esos colores tan vivos que están. Pero si me he puesto el despertador a las 3 de la madrugada para conseguir el School Night. Pero desde la cama. A ver si os creéis que la Katy va a tener abierto a estas horas. Una cosa os digo, que para Navidad me voy a Nueva York para conseguir el Valle de la Gossip Girl.